Welcome to the Proto Art. Be sure to like and subscribe for new content. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Proto Art. We're back to our curriculum, and we are on lesson number 4, I believe. So last time we made the Amelie beat, which was 16 steps, which is 1 bar in reason. And now we're going to double that length and make it 32. So to do this, it's pretty simple. You're going to go into your steps and increase the steps by hitting the up arrow until it gets to 32. The next thing we need to do is edit our Edit Steps tab and move that to 17 and 32. And you're almost all set. So your main thing you want to do today is try to make a longer beat. So you're going to make 2 different patterns. One on pattern 1 is going to be 32 steps, whatever pattern you choose to make. And the second on pattern 2 is going to be 16 steps. And we're going to use the same method with the copy pattern to track to put the pattern we make into our sequence window. And when you're all finished, we're going to adjust a few markers here and there and dive right back into this. So I'll get back to you in 1 second. So if you've done everything correctly, your project should look something like this. You'll have pattern 2 with 32 steps, and the edit steps will be set to 17 and 32, and pattern 1 will be 16 steps, and again the edit steps will be 17 and 32. Now, I have encountered problems in the past, and don't worry, it's bound to happen sooner or later to you guys too. But I'll play the track I had. So 2 different patterns independently. Now the workaround I found for this, although it does take a lot more editing and can be a little bit more painstaking, you can select the pattern that you copied into the sequencer here, holding down the Option key. You can duplicate it over, and you can edit that pattern by double clicking it, and it'll open this little tab here, or you can just hit the button here in edit mode. They'll do the same thing. Now in Reason 5, it's a little different from other versions, but it has a separate window with when you click this little button here, and it opens it in its own independent window here, where I can kind of zoom in and fine tune stuff. So Reason works with MIDI. It's basically digital instruments. There's no physical sound. It's not like you played a guitar actually and recorded the sound. It's the computer interpolating what key that you're pressing, and associating that with a note. But I can program MIDI to be anything. It could be a voice, could be an instrument, could be a weird sound effect. It does not matter. I can program all that stuff in MIDI. So because it is a MIDI note, and if this was like a piano or guitar, I can actually stretch the note out, make it longer, I can make it shorter. I can also map this out so it fits the timing perfectly. So if my song is slightly out of rhythm, there's an option, what they call quantizing, on here. So I would select the sequence I want. I know this is a little bit more advanced, but I just kind of want to show you guys real fast. You go to Show Tool window, and in the tool window it has an option for quantizing notes. Now what that means is if you're playing live, if you had a MIDI keyboard and your timing wasn't quite right, it can adjust it according to the value that you set. So they have 1/16 notes, 1/4, 1/8, and half notes, and 1 bar, and it can time stretch and map your MIDI notes to exactly those measurements there. I know that it sounds a little crazy. It'll make sense later on when I end up using it, but it's a really helpful thing. But I wanted to show you that it is an option. If you do mess up your recording, you can fix it. But the reason I brought this up with duplicating it is if you don't want to do the second pattern and copying stuff over, you can actually draw in your notes physically if you wanted to. I'll just open the other window because it's a little easier to see. But if I wanted to, I can actually use this little pencil tool and draw in my notes of my pattern and actually create a pattern that way as well. But those are two different ways you can kind of create a pattern, a longer pattern than a 1-bar loop creating a 2-bar loop. Anyway, I think we'll wrap it up here for this lesson, and I'll be back with lesson 5. Before I go, be sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell so you never miss out on a new video, and I'll talk to you guys soon.